My name is Jen Hirsch. I'm one of the corrective exercise specialists here at Crossroads Chiropractic and Wellness. This video is intended for any of our clients that have rented one of our take-home lasers, and these are some generic tips and information as to how to take care of your laser, how to use it, and its purpose. Please always keep in mind that this laser was intended for the client which it was sent home for. If you have any additional questions as to what this is used for, how, you can also refer back to Medical Radiance Technologies website, or you can give us another call here in office and talk with one of our practitioners here. Now, when you rent one of these lasers from us, it's going to come in a case like this. I'm guessing you already found that out because you scanned the QR code on the front. Inside, you're going to have your check sheet, basically all the items that are in it. You're going to have kind of a breakdown as to some of the settings, which this video will also suffice as, and your instruction booklet. Now, in here, there's a charger as well. The unit should be fully charged when you take it home, but just in case. This is what the unit looks like. Now, the first time you go to turn this on, it will need to calibrate. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this button here. You're going to hear a little double beep. With that double beep, you can tell that all of the lights are on, right? It's warmed up. So now I'm going to push it again once it's done beeping. And when it's done, then it will be all ready for you to use. There we go. So I press it again. Now it's going to cycle through all those lights, right? And it's ready to go. See? So I had pressed that button twice. Once the blinking lights were done, now it is set to a 1. It's a little hard to tell right now what the numbers of the settings are, but in person, it's a lot easier to see. So it's a 1, a 2, and a 3. Now, 1 is going to be for what we call basically phototherapy. Now, phototherapy is used for athletic performance. It's used for oxygenating the blood. Level 2 is going to be used for inflammation. Now, level 2 can only be used once a day. Level 3 is going to be for pain. So to cycle through those, I'm pushing that red button to select the different levels, right? So that's level 3. Level 3 can be used as many times a day as you like. I always personally like to recommend starting with, 3 or 4, just see how you do. If you're sore the next day, then go ahead and maybe lessen the amount of time that you're using it, just to kind of give your body a little bit of a break. There's also a magnifying piece on here. Basically, unless you're getting really sore from your treatments, as in like a muscular soreness, like you've worked out, then I would just leave this on here. If for some reason you are getting a little tender, then you just untwist it. It twists right off and you can put it back in the case. Now, these are all cleaned and sanitized before they're given out, but just in case, this needs to be a non-alcoholic wipe when it's wiped down, so anything hydrogen peroxide based is perfect. Please also keep this out of the reach of kiddos and dogs. Basically, this device is about a $4,000 device, and so we want to make sure that when it's not being used, it's went ahead and put it in its case. That would also keep that in mind when you go to charge it. If you need to, please don't keep it out. So when you go to use this, I'm going to turn it on, essentially, right? So I'm pushing that power button again because it's kind of gone to sleep here. So now it's on, right? Let's say I want to do a level 3 treatment, right? So I'm going to go to that level 3 spot, right, like so. I'm going to turn it on. Now, this means that it's working. Now, it's going to do this for 5 minutes. It's going to double beep when it's off, right? Areas and ways that you can use this. Areas are going to depend on injury. When you go to use this, you can spot treat one specific area, or you can scoot the laser up and down around and above the areas of pain as well. So if someone comes in with a bicep strain, I can go directly on the bicep head. It needs to be on your skin. I can't with the long sleeve shirt. But direct skin contact has to be made, so I can go directly where the pain is, or I can scan the entire bicep head. Generally, we're going to say 5-minute treatment per area. So if you want to do your knee and then do your bicep, those count as separate treatments. Through this process, it's going to automatically click off after that 5 minutes. So that's what that looks like. Now, when you're done, just please make sure it goes back into the case. If you have any additional questions, that's what we're here for. Feel free to give us a call at 816-471-7330 for additional questions. Also, next time you're in office, if this is something that you feel like could benefit you in case you run across this video on YouTube, then feel free to ask us up front as well. What I really appreciate about this technology is that it's non-invasive. We call it a cold laser not because you actually feel a temperature difference per se, but because people tend to associate laser with warm. So don't really expect to feel a lot of temperature change with this. For any additional questions, feel free to give us a call or book a session with corrective exercise as well.